Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had Deep Breath, the beginning of the Capaldi era. It was a very interesting episode. The Doctor and Clara ended up in Victorian times with Madame Vastra, Jenny, and Strax, and the Doctor had kind of lost his memory after the reset regeneration, but slowly gained it back over the course of the episode, and we encountered a cyborg, a robot that was trying to become human, that was also related to the clockwork robots in The Girl in the Fireplace with Madame de Pompadour, and the only way to beat this guy was to basically kill him. But we don't know if the Doctor actually killed him or if the guy committed suicide. It was left up in the air, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that was pretty much that. And now we are off on our new adventures with the 12th Doctor. So yeah. Also, we met a character named Missy in Heaven, I guess. Okay. Who claims to be the Doctor's girlfriend. Yeah. That was pretty much that. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever, and with that being said, we should probably go ahead and get into this episode of Doctor Who. Here we go.
We have been hit! Major damage! Aristotle!
See now... Oh god. See now, in anytime that a ship is damaged, I just expect the 8th Doctor to show up. Oh. She's on the TARDIS. Hello there.
Take me back to my command ship, which is currently positioned...
No, come on. Not like that. Not like that. Get it right.
Just ask.
Will you take me back to my ship?
Please.
Please?
The Aristotle's the big fella. Parked in the asteroid belt, yeah?
It's shielded.
More or less.
Yeah. Not gonna matter. This is an interesting start.
You did save Journey. And for that, I'm personally grateful.
Okay.
However, the security of this base is absolute. So we're still going to kill you.
Oh, he just broke in with a box.
Oh, it's a roller coaster with you, isn't it?
Bag him and throw him outside.
No! Stop!
I'm sorry. He might be a duplicate.
He's a doctor.
Duplicate?
And we have a patient. Don't we, Uncle?
Duplicate? I thought we were talking about Daleks.
And this is your patient.
A Dalek?
No, you don't understand. You can't put me in there. Doctor!
Oh, no. Alright, this is really going everywhere. Where's Clara?
Oh yeah, probably the Coal Hill Cadets. Just a bit of fun.
So-
What, teaching them how to shoot people?
There's a bit more to modern soldiering than just shooting people. I like
Yeah.
to think there's a moral dimension.
Ah, you
I mean-
shoot people and then you cry about it afterwards.
Discipline.
Why did you just say the crying thing?
I was being funny.
Why?
I just do that.
Yeah.
Why?
I
So-
don't know.
Anyway,
Okay.
Is the wooden sound you or the desk?
how long have you been there?
Longer than you would like.
Aw.
Okay.
Are you gonna look that terrified when you take me out for a drink?
I absolutely promise I won't.
Cards right and you might.
Oh. Okay. Clara's got a new boyfriend.
Where the hell have you been?
You sent me for coffee.
3 weeks ago.
Damn it.
Glasgow.
3 weeks, that's a long time.
In Glasgow. That's dead in a ditch.
It's not my fault, I got distracted.
And what?
You can always find something. Come on.
In we go.
My good man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Neither do I.
I mean,
Hey, no offense, but I got plans.
Daleks will die. Die all you like. Not my problem. Daleks must be destroyed.
what?
Daleks must be
Yeah, what?
This is Gun Girl. She's got a gun and she's a girl. This is the sort of boss one. Are you the same one as before?
Yes.
I think
Tuh.
he's probably her uncle, but they made that up to pass the time while they were talking. This is Clara, not my assistant. She's some other word.
I'm his carer.
Yeah, my carer. She cares, so I don't have to.
Yeah, that is true. Just breathe. Oh, it's miniaturizing the whole thing.
I can't believe this.
Oh,
No, neither can I.
yeah. Going inside and down into the eye stalk. That's weird. Whoa.
That was weird.
You've seen nothing yet.
Huh.
What are the lines?
God, this is so Magic School Bus.
In an attempt to help him attack, those things will identify you as a secondary source of infection.
Ugh.
Stay still!
They're like the Toclophane.
I thought you were saving him!
He was dead already. I'm serious.
Alright, let's get out of here. Man, 12 is darker. It's very interesting. Crazy man. Oh!
What is this stuff?
People. Daleks need protein. Occasionally they harvest from the victims. This is a feeding tube.
Ew!
Is Ross here?
Yeah. Top layer if you want to say a few words.
Are you all right back there? It's a bit narrow, isn't it?
Any remarks about my hips will not be appreciated.
Ah, your hips are fine. You're built like a man.
Thanks.
Damn.
I saw beauty. You saw what?
But beauty is hate.
So you saw a star being born, and you learned something. Oh, Dalek, do not be lying to me. Come on.
Interesting.
I'm sealing up the breach in your power cell.
Oh, the Sonic can do that?
Poisoning.
Rusty.
Uh-oh.
I'm entirely sure.
He might have been lying.
Weapons charged.
Uh-oh.
No.
Exterminate!
Aw, crap. Yep. It was all a deception. A thinly veiled deception.
What's that look for?
It's the look you get when I'm about to slap you.
Oh! Oh, they all get slapped.
You're gonna die in here. And there was a little bit of you that's pleased. The Daleks are evil after all. Everything
Yeah.
makes sense. The Doctor is right.
Everything
Daleks
makes
are
sense in the
evil.
world.
Irreversibly.
The radiation allowed it to expand its consciousness, to consider things beyond its natural terms of reference. It became good. That means a good Dalek is possible. That's what we learned today. Am I right, teacher?
Top of the class.
But now it's
Huh.
back to how it was.
But what it saw, what it felt, still there.
Yeah.
I'm not really seeing that.
Is he mad or is he right?
Yes.
Hand on my heart. Most days he's both.
Yeah.
One question then.
Yeah.
Is this worth it? Gretchen Allison Carlyle. Do something good and name it after me.
I will do something amazing. I promise.
Done well better.
Alright. Brave woman.
Gretchen!
Aww. Heaven?
Hello.
Yep.
I'm Missy. Welcome to heaven. Would you like some tea? Little splash?
Shit. The fuck is this? Ah! I don't know what they keep teasing us with.
I called myself the Doctor, but it was just a name. And then I went to Scarrow. And then I met you lot.
Oh shit.
And I understood who I was.
Huh.
The Doctor was not the Daleks.
Interesting. Going all the way back to the second serial.
I see into your soul, Doctor. I see hatred.
Shit.
I see your hatred of
His
the
hatred.
Daleks, and it is good.
Ah, damn it.
Daleks are evil. Daleks must be exterminated.
This is not exactly where we were going. Oh! Oh my gosh. It's a good thing this Dalek is Johnny Sharpshooter.
Exterminated. Of course they are. That's what you do, isn't it?
Damn.
You looked inside me and you saw hatred. That's no victory.
Yeah, that's not what he wanted.
Victory would have been a good Dalek. I am not a good Dalek. You are a good Dalek.
Oh shit. Kinda comes full circle. He's like an anti-hero now. It's really weird. It's like the Punisher.
Take me with you.
You sure?
I think you're probably nice. Underneath it all, I think you're kind. You're definitely brave. I just wish you hadn't been a soldier.
Yeah. You're too much of a soldier.
You asked me if you were a good man, and the answer is, I don't know.
Damn.
But I think you tried to be, and I think that's probably the point.
It's true.
I think you're probably an amazing teacher.
I think I better be.
Huh. Aw. Well, that's something.
I just thought.
Oh, what?
I thought you might have a rule against soldiers.
No? No, not at all. Not me.
Yeah. Oh, boy. So what was it? Danny Pink? Was that his name? Yeah, Danny Pink. Alright. Alrighty. Okie dokie. That was episode 2. This series is definitely different. Like, they changed. They definitely changed. This is... I don't know, it's like... I don't know. It's very interesting. Like, it feels like these episodes are going to be a bit more of sort of slower burns. Not a really slow burn, mind you, but it feels like these are going to be a little slower. These are going to be a little slower, which is fine. They're not the, action-packed cowboy episodes of Matt Smith. And I suppose part of that is Capaldi's performance. I definitely see now that he is definitely going for the old man. Like, it's still him. It's still the Doctor, but he's starting to act his age, which we had talk of that last episode with, we had talk about that last episode with, Madame Vastra saying, he looked young, who did you think that was for, It's like now, after, 900 years on Trenzalore, man's over 2,000 years old at this point, So he is now starting to act his age a little bit. He's acting older. And I think that's definitely what they're going for. On top of the fact that we now have this sort of debate on if the Doctor is a good man. That does also influence his performance, definitely. So yeah, a very interesting performance. So, and I am getting there. I am getting there with him. As the Doctor. He definitely felt a lot like the Doctor in this episode, but again, it is sort of the old man, you know? Honestly, maybe it reminds me a lot of the first Doctor, actually. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of the first Doctor a bit. So, okay. Yeah, definitely an interesting episode. I feel like this is probably of, I guess, the Moffat era, this is probably the best Dalek episode we've gotten, which I guess we've only had 3 now. We had Victory of the Daleks, and then Asylum of the Daleks, and now Into the Dalek. Yeah, I feel like that it's... I guess those are really the only 3 we've really had. I don't remember the Daleks even showing up in season 6. And then, other than that, there really wasn't a whole lot. So, and I guess technically, yes. Excuse me. Technically, in day and time of the Doctor, the Daleks were there, but they weren't the focus. The focus was the Doctor. So yeah. And we did get sort of a throwback to, we did get a reference to the first appearance of the Daleks, you know? I like that when the Doctor says, you know, the Doctor, that name, you know? At first it was just a name to him. But then, after he went to Skaro and met the Daleks, that's when it became something else. He realized, no, I'm not just a doctor. I have to be the Doctor, because the Doctor is better than the Daleks. I think Darby just got up, so I'm gonna go check on him. Be right back. Oh, never mind. He just moved to a different place to go sleep. Oh, boy. Anywho. So, I guess we can go ahead and get into the notes on this episode. By the way, how long was this episode? 45 minutes. Oh, I missed that. As we were going through, I was kind of like, man, this episode's a little fast. And I was like, wait, this episode's probably normal time, you know? I don't remember how long Name of the Doctor was, but Day of the Doctor was like an hour 20. Time of the Doctor was like an hour 15. Deep Breath was an hour 15. It's like, at a point, it's like, can we get back to the normal length episodes? Nothing against, you know, like okay, look. I'm fine with longer episodes. It's just the fact that it makes it so much harder to edit, you know? It's so much harder to edit these, you know, when I have like 2 hours of footage that I need to chop down. So, anyway. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the notes here. The first thing I wrote down was rescue. So yeah, we started off with a crashing ship, and the Doctor saved the pilot, basically. That was cool. I will say, you know, with that crashing ship, I was thinking, oh man, what if the 8th Doctor shows up again? It's like, this is just what he does. He just goes to crashing ships and just saves the person. So, but nope, it was the 12th Doctor, which obviously... Hold up, sorry. emails. Anyway, okay. So yeah, that was interesting, and I do like, you still get a bit of the Doctor in there, when she's holding up the gun and threatening him, and it's like, stop, do it right. I can barely do an English accent, so I don't know if I'll be able to ever replicate his Scottish accent. So, but he's like, just come on, do this right. And she puts it down. It's like, will you take me back to my vessel, please? And it's like, sure. All right, let's go. So, that was interesting. And then just the fact that here's something I don't understand. I don't understand the motivations of these soldiers. So, the thing is, they are at war with the Daleks, which is just a thing that can happen now. That's just a thing that can happen again, apparently, is that you can just go to war with the Daleks. Alright. But these people are at war with the Daleks, found one Dalek, captured it, realized it was damaged, tried to get inside of it. Okay. Yeah, now I'm trying to remember. So they were trying to get inside of it and didn't realize that it wasn't just a robot until it started screaming. And then because they realized it was a living thing, then they needed to bring a doctor in order to save it. But with the way, Journey and her uncle were talking, it's like, you would think they wouldn't have spared the Dalek. You'd think they would have just, killed him, and then that's it. Kill him, and then there you go. It's all done. But they did spare him, and we're going to bring in a doctor. So... excuse me. So yeah, I'm not sure I quite follow the logic of these soldiers, but whatever. I guess it's not important. I wrote down the miniaturization. I thought that was very clever. And again, a new thing for the Daleks. A new sort of story with the Daleks, which I like. Which, at first when they showed, when they opened the door and, the Dalek was there and the eye, started to glow, and it's like, Doctor, it's like, this very much feels like, Dalek, from season 1. So luckily they went off into something else. They basically went off into the magic school bus, which is interesting. So yeah. Okay, I wrote down Danny Pink, Clara's new boyfriend. Okay, so he, I guess, runs the Coal Hill Cadets. He runs the Coal Hill Cadets because he was a former soldier and now he's a teacher. And... okay, there's a lot. There's a lot to sort of take in with this guy. So, one of his kids, again, shitty kids at this school. They got some shitty kids. One of his kids decides to ask him in front of the entire class, have you killed someone? He doesn't want to answer the question, rightfully so. And then he gets a tear. He gets a tear, and then he meets Clara. He meets Clara, but he kind of tries to keep to himself, even though he would love to go, out for a drink with her, because, I mean, who wouldn't want to go out for a drink with this girl, this beautiful girl? I don't care. Fucking Doctor built like a man. Fuck you, she's beautiful. Anyway. So he initially rejects her, because he's nervous, I guess. She mentioned something about a crying thing. And then she hears him and then forces him to go out for a drink. okay. I don't know. I don't quite understand it. Like, I thought they were leading somewhere with that, but then it's like, not really. They weren't really leading somewhere. Unless Danny comes back? I don't know. I don't fully understand that. Other than, the whole thing at the end to sort of draw parallels, where it's like, oh, I thought you would have a rule against soldiers. There's a lot of fucking bias against soldiers in this, A lot of bias against soldiers. And she's like, no, I don't have a rule against soldiers. Which, at the end... now Darby got up. I can hear him squeaking at the door. I was making a point, too. Okay, so... the point that I think I was trying to make... No, that's gone. I think... okay, hang on. Let me backtrack. Use my mind palace. So... there is a bias against soldiers, which, to be fair, that's not a new thing on Doctor Who. I mean, think about Jenny, Took a while before the Doctor came around on Jenny. But there's also some not bias to soldiers. There's also some not bias to soldiers. Because, like, in the Santaran stratagem, the Doctor was alright with, like, Unit, Like, oh, don't call Ross a grunt. We like Ross. Look at him. Now, I understand that particular soldier. Like, okay. Oh, here's what I was trying to say. At the end, when she was like, take me with you. It's like, nothing has indicated that she wanted to go with him. I figured she hated him. Thinking he was incompetent, getting her people killed, thinking he's dangerous and stuff. And then at the end, she's like, oh, let me come with you. And then he's just like, well, I'm sure you're a really great person, but you're a soldier. And it's like, I think, I don't know. That wasn't the greatest moment. Like, that wasn't the greatest moment. I know I look like an idiot, don't I? Whatever. That wasn't the greatest moment because it just doesn't, like, add up. Like, nothing really, like, showed that she would be, in awe of the Doctor and want to join him. Like, we didn't really get that moment, I don't feel like. And then the whole thing of, well, if only you weren't a soldier, it's like, well, hold on. That other soldier, Gretchen, she's better. She was better. She's better than friggin' Journey. Like, you've met soldiers. They're good. The hell, Wilfred was a soldier. You liked him. And maybe it's just this Doctor's personality that he doesn't like soldiers, but other Doctors do. I don't know. It just seemed like a very odd moment, basically. My neck hurts. I'm sorry I'm not sitting up and, properly talking to y'all, but I just kind of had to, like, work through that in my head. That was a bit of an odd scene at the end. Like, it just didn't work properly either way, And I feel like this episode, like, I don't know, like, did it want to make a commentary on soldiers? Because, I mean, Doctor Who does that all the time anyway, I don't know. Anyway, wrote down good Dalek. That was interesting. The concept of a good Dalek, you know? Like, that shouldn't be a thing. And actually, at the end, whereas, like, you know, he's kind of an anti-hero. He's like a Punisher Dalek, you know? It's like, he's not really good, but... He's not really good, but he's not evil like the Daleks, you know? Like, he wants to use hatred and violence and everything that Daleks normally use, but he wants to use it to destroy the Daleks, you know? So I guess it's sort of a Punisher thing, honestly. So it'd be cool if Rusty came back at some point. Although he did say that he was going to blow up. Okay, did he say he was going to blow up the ship? Was that it?
Victory is yours, but it does not please you. You looked inside me and you saw hatred. That's not victory. Victory would have been a good Dalek. I am not a good Dalek. You are a good Dalek.
Ugh. That's gotta fucking hurt. Now, let me go back a sec.
Daleks. The Daleks are exterminated! Of course they are. That's what you do, isn't it?
Ugh.
Journey. Uncle Morgan. I have transmitted a retreat signal. The Daleks will believe the humans have initiated the ship's self-destruct.
Okay.
What about you, Rusty?
I must go with them. Of course you must. You have unfinished work, haven't you?
Okay.
Victory is yours, but it does not please.
Okay, so the self-destruct was he lied saying that they need to retreat because the Aristotle will blow up. Okay. That was it. So he's going to go back with the Daleks though in order to destroy them. So Rusty could come back at some point. That would be very interesting. So yeah, let's see. I wrote down antibodies. The antibodies. That was interesting. Have we had that before? Like antibodies in something? Something Doctor Who related? Why? It kind of sounds familiar. What am I trying to think of? I don't know. I don't know, but it makes sense that, you know, would send out antibodies. Maybe I'm thinking of a different show? No. Damn. Why am I thinking of that? What show has done that where it's like, all the antibodies are here? Would it be Flash, maybe? Flash or maybe Legends? No. I can't think of that. Oh well. I don't know. I can't think of that, but there's some examples, something like that. But that was interesting. And it's also interesting, you know, the Doctor basically, you know, saying like, oh, he was dead already. I'm just trying to get the antibodies off us. He is darker. He's definitely darker, you know. He's older and he's darker, which is interesting. So yeah. I wrote down beauty. So the Dalek saw beauty. So the radiation opened up the Dalek's eyes and mind, basically, to see beauty. And it honestly kind of like Dalek Khan in a way. We keep going back to the 10th Doctor, don't we? But that's fine. The 10th Doctor was brilliant, so anything that references the 10th Doctor is really good. Hell, even last episode with Girl in the Fireplace, and that's my favorite episode, so... So yeah, I mean, Dalek Khan was kind of the same way. It's like, didn't they say it's like he looked into time, its infinite complexities, and when he did so, he realized the truth of the Daleks, which is kind of what happened here, you know? So that was interesting, you know, and it was the radiation that allowed the Dalek to see this, you know? And then I wrote down remind. They had to remind the Dalek of what he saw, you know, because it was the normal Dalek like programming and casing that was suppressing the memories, which was interesting. And we also had Clara, you know, climbing through all the tubes and stuff to hit the buttons, which okay, you know, let's be honest. Hey, it's good that it was her. Because she is, you know, well, okay, she's short. I don't know how tall she is, but she was short compared to Matt Smith, short compared to Capaldi, so it works out that she was the one going in, that she was short compared to Journey, so, but they did make that comment about her physique, you know, when she was like, I don't want any jokes about my hips, and the Doctor was like, no, you've got good hips, you're built like a man, and it's like, God damn it. So, which, that was funny. Oh, and I wrote down heaven. So Gretchen went to heaven. We got another cameo by Missy. Which, that was also interesting, you know, that wasn't at the end. That wasn't at the end of the episode. That was at, you know, just in the middle of all this. You just see Missy there like, hello, welcome to heaven. Tea. So, something going on with that, you know, that's our story arc for this season, at least. And then, yeah, I wrote down the Doctor's name, you know, that was very interesting, hearing, like, you know, at first, the Doctor was just a name, like, it was just a name that he chose, you know, it didn't have too much meaning at the beginning, and then he met the Daleks, you know, which makes sense, you know, when you go through it, it's like, okay, did he do that much stuff before he really, you know, before, you know, the adventures with Susan, Ian, and Barbara, you know, and I'm so happy that I've watched those episodes now, you know, because, yeah, that's serial number 2 of Doctor Who is the Daleks, and, you know, the cavemen in the first serial, they're not really, you know, they weren't that bad, you know, whatever, they were kind of annoying, they kept friggin' talking, and they wouldn't shut up. They were the most talkative cavemen ever, and I will hold by that. But then, he meets the Daleks, and he realizes there is meaning in his name, because the Doctor cannot be the Daleks, you know? The Doctor is not the Daleks, so that's when, basically, the whole thing started with, you know, the real meaning of his name. So, very interesting to think about that. And then I wrote down hatred, that, you know, to see more of the universe, the Doctor basically melded his mind with Rusty's, and then Rusty saw all the hatred within the Doctor, and that's basically what turned him into the anti-hero. So, I have to sneeze. Sneeze accomplished. So, that was interesting too, just seeing all the hatred. Because, I mean, let's face it, the Doctor is pretty dark. There's a lot of stuff, like, there is a lot of good in the Doctor. I think if you really, you know, looked at it, the Doctor is a good man. But I think Rusty just focused on the hatred. Once he found the hatred, he focused on it. And so, yeah. And it is interesting to have this sort of question, is the Doctor a good person? You know? And Clara says she doesn't know. But I do like when she says, you know, I don't know if you're a good man, but I know you try to be. And I think that's what counts. So, which, I mean, yeah. He does try to be a good man. He has... Some moments are better than others, but he does make a solid attempt to be a good man. So it's something. It's not perfect, but it is something. So yeah. And then, yeah, the last thing I wrote down was Soldier. There's a bit of Soldier bias, at least with the Doctor. And it just seemed odd that, you know, she would want to go with the Doctor after everything. And then, you know, and then he was just like, well, you're a soldier, so no. It's like, well... She was a soldier, but she was also a little too much of a soldier, and she was really, like, hating on the Doctor through some of this. Like, she fucking hated him, so it's like, I don't know. It was a very interesting scene, to say the least. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I guess sort of questions we have continuing on through this season. Who the fuck is Missy, excuse me. Who the fuck is Missy? Is the Doctor a good man? And will Rusty come back and be an ally? Is Rusty going to be like the new Jack Harkness? You know, he comes back in the finales, you know? Oh, maybe, because I feel like every Doctor has to have their own Jack Harkness. Like, 9 and 10 had Jack Harkness. 11 had River Song, so maybe 12 could have Rusty the Dalek. Maybe. That'd be really cool. I hope Rusty comes back. That would be just amazing. But yeah, I really like this episode. Definitely different. This era is definitely going to be different, but I'm enjoying it. And I'm curious to see, you know, where we go with this. Because, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, this is different, but I like that. They're trying new stuff. You know, where the Matt Smith era, I will hold that may be the most ambitious era. Sometimes they don't always live up to their ambition, but it is definitely a very ambitious era. Whereas this is new. This is different. They're trying to... It kind of seems like they're taking a bit of a darker approach, if only just with the Doctor himself. So yeah, that is pretty much it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.